What is going on, Savage here? Today we're going to be diving into some random quads gameplay. Now it seems to me like quads is the most popular content on the channel, and so is analyzing randoms gameplay. So in this video we will be hitting them 2 in 1. But before we get into the video, if you have not already, make sure you subscribe to the channel, join the wolf pack today. Also, don't forget to leave a like on the video. Let's get 1100 likes. And also make sure you guys follow me on Facebook Gaming, where we recently became a partner over there. But anyway guys, quads is the most hectic mode that there is in Warzone, because at any given time you could be put into a 4v4 situation, a 4v8, or even a lot of times a 4v12 situation. And when it comes to quads, positioning and teamwork are an absolute must. If you try to go solo dolo, you will get shit on. But without further ado, let's go ahead and dive into the video. But when it comes to quads, there's a lot that goes on in quads. You have to know rotations. You have to try to get yourself in a position without pinching yourself between multiple teams. Because when it comes to solos or duos, you get pinched between 2 teams and it's a 1v2 or even a 2v4. That's a pretty even fight. But in quads, if you guys get into a 4v8 situation or even a 4v12, it's going to be extremely hard for you guys to get out of that situation without dying. So when it comes to quads, there's a lot more to be learned, especially focusing on teamwork as well as positioning. Positioning is everything. All right, here we are spectating kind of Linda and their squad. Now, their 2 teammates, Orange and Green, did both come back from the gulag, but these guys clearly have their loadout and they're ready to fight. So I'm assuming that their teammates are doing the same. So loadout wise, they've got it extremely early in the game. But there is a scavenger bounty as well over here. I love the aggression. By all means, these guys could go ahead and push this team if they feel comfortable to do it in a 2v4 situation, or even possibly a 2v8, because these guys are shooting at somebody. So if you guys are pushing a team, be aware if they're shooting another team, because if you guys are going in with 2 of you guys and not your full team, you could be putting yourself in a bad position. But you guys are competent enough to take on a 2v4 and or a 2v8 or whatever it is. Make sure that your green and yellow teammate, one of them, at least grab the scavenger, because free money is free money, and who doesn't like free money? But anyway, here we are pushing the blue roof. Now, when it comes to pushing buildings in general, stun grenades. I say it every video, yet I keep spectating people using heartbeat sensors, and that's fine if you want to use heartbeat sensors, but I'm telling you right now, with the shotgun meta being as strong as it is, stuns are an absolute must. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. All right, right now, purple's going to go into the front side, and look like we're going to be rotating on the back. And that was a pretty fast little cleanup. But here we have another trio team in front of us to the east, and as you can see, purple is rotating one way and kind of Linda is rotating right up the middle. Now purple's a little distracted. I'm not sure what they're doing. Okay, they're finally focused up. They're a little bit out of the element right now. They're a little bit out of the fight, and we're going to be in it real quickly. Now I would kind of want to sync these shots up together. We're very close. There's a guy right here, there's a guy right here, and our teammate doesn't really have a line of sight on this fight. So if we do end up in this 1v2 right here by ourselves, it's going to take purple about 30 seconds before he can actually get into a better position to help us out. So again, Linda's out in the open. If I was Linda, I'd rather be on the wall. That way I could be near cover, and if I start getting shot at, I could rotate through the gate and kind of play the compound to the best of my ability. But because we're in the open, we need to hit our shots, and we need to make sure we hit them all. So we're going to go ahead and get this easy down. That's a given. And of course, his teammates probably going to be either baiting us or pushing us. So instantly get ready for that fight. And Linda is on top of it, ready to go. Free satchel, free loot for everybody. I'm not really sure what the hell Orange and Green are doing. They're still over in Quarry doing whatever they're doing. They're not picking up the scavenger bounty, so obviously looting is not a huge factor for them. And maybe splitting up into 2 teams of 2, which is absolutely fine. And I kind of hope we get some kind of gameplay like that to show a really aggressive squad. Here we are taking the enemy's vehicle with the enemy's trophy system on top. Absolute unit, and hopefully gonna go pick up our teammates. Again, I'm not sure exactly what they're doing. If their plan is to split up in 2 teams of 2, that's fine. But if they're over here just looting this compound for this long and not grabbing the scavenger, it doesn't make sense to me. If you guys are really wanting to loot and there's a scavenger sitting right next to you, you're messing up by not picking it up. You have to pick it up if that's your prerogative. If your mission in life is to get as much loot as possible, if you want to become a hoarder, make sure you get the scavenger. Those guys should have been with us in the fight. Clearly they're not breaking off in 2v2 situations, because here they are now finally with us. Not sure exactly what was going on, but they were messing up. They were messing up bad. All right, now we did get the squad wipe. We got to be aware, gulags and everything, right? Oh, there he is, right? You got to be aware. The guy's probably coming back for his shit, right? And blue is pushing right into a very bad situation. A very bad situation. Even if they wouldn't have gotten shot from the left-hand side, I'd be more worried about this guy in front of us, because he is corner camping and he's going to have a better angle on you because you're jumping out in the open. He's kind of near cover, you're not, and now they're going to take full advantage of the fact that you put yourself out of position because you felt a little too ballsy in the fight. Now in solos, duos, again, you guys can do this pretty often. When it comes to quads, you guys need to play a little bit more conservative before you dive into the unknown. So we were almost able to get the hip fire kill on him, but unfortunately we did not connect on that. And somehow, some way, he was able to execute us before our teammates were able to help us. Now that was kind of weird. Now that right there is exactly why I tell you guys, push together, make sure you guys are in sync together, because if we would have pushed in just a little bit later with our teammates a little bit closer to us, the moment we went down, because that enemy was one tap, your teammate could have easily got the kill and got the res off. But now here we are in, I'm not sure what the situation is. There's still an enemy teammate to the left. Yep, that's the guy right there shooting at him. Hurry up. Come on, game, spectate. Now we somehow ended up in a 2v whatever situation. I'm guessing yellow, when he ended up going in to try to get the revenge kill, ended up getting shot in the back. And again, that comes to call out. So apparently when Linda got shot from the left-hand side at first, Linda didn't call out the fact that they got shot, and yellow ended up bulldozing in just like Linda did, ended up getting shot in the back as well. So again, call outs are extremely necessary in fights like that. Pings as well. If you guys can start pinging every enemy that you see and every enemy that you shoot at, your fights will be 1,000% better. All right, we're still just walking. We literally went from having 100 enemies down to 40, and we've done absolutely nothing since. I thought for sure this was gonna be some kind of high-end gameplay, a very aggressive gameplay, but clearly I was mistaken. All right, we finally went to a buy station, and we got a UAV, and we also picked up an extra UAV. This is the first time we've really done anything since that fight at the little compound where Linda got killed, and so did yellow. It's nice to see them actually do something. Now there's a lot of wasted time. We've lost 50 enemies. It's been about, I don't know, 7 to 10 minutes. And we're finally having something happen, which is terrible. You guys need to start doing some kind of gameplay. Go for bounties. Bounties, man. They tell you where people are at. Stop this running around scanning for enemies. They put bounties on the map for a reason, guys. Same thing with UAVs. I love the fact that we finally have a UAV, but we should have got a UAV earlier. Now you may be like, Savage, they didn't have any money, bro. Be easy on them. No, because they had a scavenger bounty at the beginning of the game they refused to get, right? They refused to get it. These guys could get a lot more kills because their gunplay seems somewhat decent, and they could really have a lot more fun. Now, screw that. Let's talk about this fight at hand. Orange is in a fight, and Orange is shooting at somebody. I'm not sure who, because Orange has not pinged anybody. There's no pings over there from Orange. And here we are running in the open. So this is a very dangerous thing for Purple to be doing, because again, Orange is shooting at somebody to our right. It seems to me like Purple and Blue are their own team, and Orange and Yellow are kind of their own team. All right, so we just marked an enemy to our right, and we're standing out in the open, taking shots at another enemy. I'm all for shooting this guy, but why couldn't we have moved this rock first? Because if that guy over there had a sniper rifle and he was somewhat decent with it, he would have instantly killed us the moment he started popping off shots. Like that, right? You guys need to be aware of all the enemies around. Oh God, I don't like this at all. Why are you prone crawling backwards, brother? Oh my God. Oh my God. You guys need to be aware of it, especially if you're already pinging the enemy. There's no reason for you to ping an enemy, then ping another one and start taking shots at him while you're in the open. You need to at least hug the rocks that are next to you. There were plenty of cover there. They got very lucky. They didn't get smoked. 100%. And it's funny because Calvin's name is Calvin Smokes. I'm not sure exactly why they pinged the supply run. I really don't understand that reason at all. And again, there's different ways you can play this game. If you want to play passive and slow and get flags and get the win, that's fine. Or you can play aggressive and go for bounties. That's fine too. But you need to have your mindset on something. You got to do something. The flags is a great way to get a higher percentage in win rates, because you will know where the final circle is and you can predetermine your path based on the recon objective. Or you guys can get high kill, high octane gameplay from going after bounties, and you may win the game, you may not, but at least you'll have fun getting 20 and 30 kills. You know what I mean? All right, so here we are, Purple shooting at the guy on the roof. He finally marked it, thank God. And Calvin's a little, not sure what Calvin's looking at right now. And that's why right there. So I understand you want to scan for the enemy, and this is where a lot of players mess up at. They see one enemy and they're like, well, there's 3 more enemies. I don't want to get tunnel vision. I want to scan the area, and that's fine. Just make sure you're protected from the enemy that you already know exists, right? He was sitting there with his left-hand side exposed, scanning for the other enemies, and ended up getting shot. Wasn't a big deal, but again, in other positions, you could get headshotted by a sniper or absolutely lit up by another gun. So you got to be aware of the things that are marked on the map. If it's pinged, make sure you're protected from that ping if you're not planning to engage it. All right. Let's talk about a lot of shit right now. A lot. We have a lot of things to discuss. So green is still at hangars, blue and yellow are in the open, looking at titties, and we are focused on the hill. Now, circle is going to finish on FU Mountain, and that's absolutely awesome. I love those kind of rotations because, well, we'll get to that in a second. But we have a lot of things happening right now, and this concerns the shit out of me. There's a team at titties, they've marked it, but we also have all of the other west-hand side of the map, superstore, hangars, airport, things like that, that will be rotating in to get to our position. So this falls into the spot of rotating too early. But Savage, they're not really rotating too early. The circle just happened to move on them, bro. Be easy on them. No, but you gotta bail back, slow it down, resync up, right? You're gonna have a lot of teams moving from our right-hand side to that mountain. And the last thing you wanna do is be in this position right here, especially since we know there's a team at Titties, and I could bet money that there's gonna be a couple other teams to the west, coming from Storage Town, coming from Boneyard, coming from Superstore, coming from Airport. We're gonna have a lot of teams. So we need to be smart with our fights. We need to we need to slow it down because our position right now is pretty bad, and we need to focus up and stick together, right? But here we are rotating to the hill to get an angle on Titties, which I'm not against. This is actually a good play as far as fighting Titties. But again, because of the position that we're in with the circles rotation, we have all of this side to worry about, dude. All of this, all the red roof, green roof, the apartments. We have a lot of teams going to be coming out on the edge of the map because regardless of what you may believe, most teams, when they drop in the game, they're going to be on the west side of the map. Downtown isn't where they're all clustered at. This right here is where they're all clustered at. So this is where the majority of the teams are going to be. I'd probably say 70% of the enemies are here right now. Their blue is getting lit up from weird green roof building. And here we are trying to locate them to the best of our ability. We need to bail from this fight. Just need to bail from it. Orange is pushed up the Titties by themselves. Green is kind of just running in circles. Orange needs to get in that car and come pick both of us up and get us the hell out of here so we can re-link up, resync, and figure out what we're going to do. Come up with the game plans. Come up with the game plans. There's no sense in fighting because you have the teams in front of us at apartments, which I'm sure because there's always a team in apartments. You have a team at Titties, which they're getting shot at right now. And we also have team at Green Roof, and God knows what other teams over there. So Orange just straight up passed us and now is leaving us. I'm glad that you went and picked up a green, bro, but what about us? What about Calvin Smokes? What did he do to you? Pick him up. What are you doing? He just left us to die. Luckily, we're not getting shot at. Oh, shit. There's like 40 people up on the hill, bro. Oh, he's dead. GG. Get the S in chat right now, boys. Let's go. Yeah, weird. Duh. I mean, come on, man. No, don't leave us to die. And then they get out of the vehicle. Oh, no. And then instead of driving away and just saying screw it, they decided to challenge it in the worst position, right? They decided, okay, they're getting back in the car. That's too late. Now we lost another one. I think they actually both died. I think that's GG for them. So here we have Calvin. Lucky man, bro. Calvin and Laser actually didn't win their gulag. They opted out by default because there was no one to challenge. And here they are landing right on their loadout, which, you know what? It is what it is. I'd probably do the same thing, but it's a pretty bad position. We're dead center in the circle. It's in game. We're surrounded by hell. We have FU Mountain to our right. We have hospital in front of us. We have a vehicle coming towards us as well. And we have downtown to our ass. I mean, sometimes you have to risk it for the biscuit. I'm not going to go against this play at all. Again, I would probably do the same thing because I'd rather have my loadout and die fast than not have my loadout and die later on with the basic bitch weapon in game. So it is what it is, man. But you got to get your shit, get it fast. You're getting shot out. You got shot at. Come on, man. All right, great down. Now we have it down. It's time to push. I love that. You instantly get the knock. You instantly abuse the shit out of it and allow you that time while his teammates getting a res to go ahead and push to safety. Oh no, you got to clear the buildings, brother. Hey, okay. All right, Calvin. Good turn on, bro, but you ran right into this teammate. Now, who was going to predict that his boyfriend was hiding behind the desk? I sure as hell wouldn't. I would have probably done the same shit. I'm not going to lie. But, you know, it's Warzone, dude. You run into this shit a lot. Nice watch, brother. Nice watch. All right, here we are in a 1v21 situation. My dude, dead Reapers. See, multiple Reapers or just one? I'm so confused. Anyway, he's got to get two teammates back. Now we have a buy station next to us. We have $7,700. All we need is $300 more to get both our teammates back. Now, if you didn't have the money, what do you do in this position? This is a lot of people's question. When I come back from the gulag or when I'm by myself, how do I get my teammates back? What's the best route? Well, in this position here, I think most wanted bounty would be your best option if you didn't have money, okay? Because the circle's so small right now. If you got the if you got the supply run, you would have to leave your position and go out in the open and probably get shit on. The buy station next to us is extremely vulnerable, but I doubt when you pick up the supply run, it's going to have you go 4 feet to this buy station. It's probably going to send you across the ravine into the other buy station, which is a very difficult one to go to, especially because, again, it's in-game. People will probably be camping on the rooftops around that buy station. So in this position itself, I would count out supply run, but if it's early game, the circles are bigger, definitely go for supply run. Most wanted bounty in this position, again, if you have no money, is a must, honestly. Whether you have 2 teammates down or 3 teammates down, I would always go for most wanted bounty. You have a lot of buildings you can utilize. You have a lot of buildings you can work, especially if you can get to the top somehow and sit up there and just kind of peek around and defend yourself. It's a great option as well. All right, but we need to go buy our teammates. We do have money. We have $7,700. We need to buy our teammates back. Now, it's up to you if you want to try to loot an extra 300 bucks. I probably would have looted the buildings that we just left. I don't know if they did loot all 5 of these. They may have, but if not, I definitely would have looted that because you're probably gonna have a couple dollars in there, especially since one of your teammates did die on the rooftop. That team we were spectating that dropped the buy station, they downed that one dude on the roof. There's loot up there. There's a guy's body up there, so he could get money from that. But he's gonna go ahead and go for the buy station. And again, when it comes to things like this, it's just risk versus reward. There is no right answer to this situation right here. It all depends on what you feel comfortable with and what the situation dictates. All right, but we do have purple coming back in now. A lot of people have a misconception that they have to land on their teammates. You don't have to land on your teammates. If you're coming back in from the gulag, or if your teammates buy you back, especially in game when the situation is as bleak as it is right now, you need to land somewhere safe. This is a bad area because green's probably going to die when he rotates out of here. It's just luck of the draw. It really is. Unfortunately for us at hospital, we're probably all going to die. Not just this team, but any other team at hospital, because the favored side is going to be your north side, where there's a little bitty like playground, and then of course across the ravine where there's going to be a little bit of wall, maybe a building or 2 in play, kind of, sort of, but not really. They're going to have the benefit. We coming out are going to have to cross an open street, cross an open area, an open field, and get absolutely blitzed down. So what purple should do in this situation, instead of landing on us, he should land somewhere safe within the circle, hopefully a high ground if probable. Not to mention he does have a loadout drop to the east. Again, it's a huge misconception. Players think they have to land on their teammates when you don't. And unfortunately, because he did land here, and of course we are hospital, there's going to be people on the rooftops. He ended up dying, so I'm not surprised in that situation at all. That's why I had said that. All right, but we're in a position now where there's 6 enemy teams and 16 enemies total. We need to kind of start scanning a little bit, pull up our map, figure out where the hell we're at, figure out where the hell we need to go, and come up with a game plan. Now, as you guys saw on the mini map, there are a few buildings that are safe. So in this position, instead of just hightailing it and beelining it for the north and cutting through hospital, your best bet, it's not a safe bet. There's no really good way to get out of this. But your best bet is to try to run on the edge of the circle and cross the ravine. With the edge of the circle being as weird as it is, that light, dark green, whatever the hell you want to call it, that greenish color, a lot of players, depending on their PCs, depending on the console, depending on their graphics settings, it's very hard for people to spot you as you run across the edge of the circle. Not for everybody. Some people will be able to beam your ass, but again, I'd rather play the odds. So I would play the edge of the circle and work my way across the ravine and then move into safety, because coming out of here, we know there's a guy on this roof because it just screwed up your teammate. There's probably a guy on top of this building. It's just, this is not going to end well for your boy. Dead Reapers is about to, oh God. Oh shoot, bro, there's a guy to your left too, man. Rip. There's 2 teams sitting on the edge of this circle. All right, now we have, oh shit, oh no, don't let them solo you guys, man. I'm gonna stop the video because I was about to say it and then it went down and I almost got killed. Now we're spectating a full squad. The squad may be able to pull this off if their shots are on point. If you're soloing out of the circle, it's going to be extremely hard for you because you're going to need some teammates to help you shoot the enemies when they're all glaring in on you coming from this area. Because right now, everyone knows that we're in a messed up spot. So guess where everyone's going to be looking? Right here. All right, so let's talk about what do we do now? Now, I said earlier, spectating that solo a couple deaths ago, that he was in a bleak situation, that surviving this push was pretty much not going to happen, right? However, tides have turned for this team. This team's in a different situation than that team was. And again, the advice I give you is based off of the situation that you're in. So when you're listening to so when you're watching this video and you're listening to the words that I'm saying, take into account the totality of the situation, what their inventory is, what their health is like, what their plates are like, what the enemy's positions are, things like that. So, like I said earlier, we need to get to the playground to the north. I knew that there's a playground there based on my map knowledge because I don't have a life and I play this game all the time. But there's a little playground right here. That's the spot we want to be. But guess what? 4 teams left. We're right here. I would assume there's 2 teams over here in this compound. And of course, there's probably a team at this playground because that's your optimum spot. And the reason why it's the best spot is it's kind of centrally located in the circle. And the circle's probably going to end up favoring it. So the reason why this team's in a better position is 1, they have a precision strike. Oh my God, dude. I've been telling you guys for months that the precision strikes and cluster strikes are not to get kills. It's to get in a better position, in my opinion. So in this position right here, they have a very good chance of actually surviving and being able to push across. Now, they're going to have to team focus. They're going to have to team fire. They're going to have to absolutely shoot anybody who shoots at them. But because of that precision strike, it gives them a little bit of opportunity to push across the street, get to some trees, and then slowly bounce to the playground area, which is where you want to be at. We have 2 enemies shooting us from... There we go. There we go. My man utilizing the precision. Your boy's got a self-res, so I love the fact that he's going ahead and popping that instead of sitting there waiting for us to come res him. He needs to get safe, though. So I understand we need to play it up. I get that. And you want to play it up. But what's the problem here? So first off, we need to provide cover fire for blue. Green's probably going to die. Hate to say it. He's probably going to die. There's no way he's going to be able to crawl to us without getting executed. We need to provide cover fire for the guy that's up, which is blue. So we need to stop plating. We need to peek these guys and shoot them. Now you might be like, Savage! Bro, he's about to die. What do you mean? Dude, look at his health. You're an idiot, Savage. No. We got a self-res. Use it, man. Use it to your advantage. If we go down, worst case scenario, we self-res and we have to do it again, right? But I would rather waste my self-res and still be alive than lose my teammate and be put into a 2v whatever situation that this is. Not to mention, you don't want to waste your precision strike. It's still shooting the guys, so help your precision strike shoot the enemy by shooting them as well. And again, providing cover fire for your blue. I don't know if blue's gonna make it. Weird. And there it is right there. He's, instead of providing cover fire, the man looked at him. The man looked at him and was like, bro, you okay? No, he's not okay. You let him die. All right, so here we are in a position where now we're screwed. It looks like there's only 2 of them. And so it's a 2v2 situation, right? But they're gonna shit on our faces. No doubt, because they're protected from our right-hand side. They're protected from the east side of the map. We're not. If we look to our right, we'll see the open area. And if the enemies are there, they're going to shit on our face as well. Not to mention, we still have to work to this compound. So we have to cross this wide open area. Now, even though we did fail to give blue cover fire, we still probably would have lost this fight just because of where the circle rotated to. I never like going hospital in game ever because 9 times out of 10, it's going to leave hospital. It's very rare I actually see a circle finish hospital. Not to mention, you want to be in a good spot to be able to rotate. Rotating out of hospital is a terrible idea. The team that's at the park has the best spot and they're probably going to win the game. And that's what we determined literally 3 circles ago. Now, I like the fact we're keeping ourselves safe from the enemies, but don't forget homeboys to your right, right? I would rather be standing up with my side protected from these guys in front of us and facing the right-hand side. That way I can try to outshoot the enemy on my right-hand side and be safe from my left. Right here, all we're doing is being protected from that way and vulnerable from the right-hand side. There's a shot, there's another shot, there's another shot. And now guess what? We're vulnerable from the left-hand side again, right? So I think you know the end of the story. That's weird. That's weird. I mean, to be fair though, because of their position and what they were in, it was going to be very hard for them to get out of that situation in the first place. They did their best. They tried to utilize their precision strike. They did their damn best trying to get out of that. I know I kind of went in on not giving cover fire, but that's something pretty advanced. You just need to learn how to give cover fire. If your teammate's in a bad position, you need to go ahead and risk it and try to get some cover fire to help your teammates survive, especially if you have plates, especially if you have ammo, especially if you have a self-res. Just put yourself out there and kind of get some shots on the enemy. That way they stop peeking, and then you could all be together. Then instead of it being a 2v2, it could have been a 3v2. But now, oh, GG. Now, there was a lot of shit going on in that game. And like I said, quads is very hard to manage. Quads takes a lot of practice, a lot of skill, and a lot of great teamwork in order to pull off the W. Now, I know that not everybody plays with great players, and that's fine, but you don't have to be the best players in the world in order to win the game. We spectated a lot of teams that ended up winning with, 5, 6, 2 kills. It is what it is. But at the end of the day, it comes down to having good teamwork and great positioning. These guys had great positioning. They knew 3 circles ago that they needed to rotate to this playground because it was probably going to be favored. Even if it wasn't favored, it still was a better option than hospital because from playground, all you had to rotate was across a ravine. Coming from hospital, you had to rotate an open field, across a street, across a bridge, an open ravine. You're vulnerable from every angle. So I love the fact that they went to playground first and they solidified it and they ended up getting the win from it. So GG to that team. But I really hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, again, subscribe to the channel, leave a like on the video, and follow me over on Facebook Gaming if you want to catch any of the live streams. But until next time, you have a good one and good luck in Warzone. Again, thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, make sure you check out one of these two. And as always, click the button right there to go ahead and subscribe today. You have a good one. And until next time, keep on improving.